Yeah, are you ready to get started? Yes, welcome everyone. This is our time for day 46. Gilead, are you ready?
Yes, boss. 100.
Okay,
I
so feel
am.
free to share your screen and let's get it on.
All right. For the sharing of my screen, I think
Okay, you
maybe
want me
you
to do
might.
it?
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. You can use of yours so that
Okay.
mine from my end.
Okay, that's fine.
All right. So good evening and welcome to everyone in the call this evening. Um, for those of us that made out time in the afternoon, we discussed a bit about much of what we have been talking about. And what have we been saying? It has all been about Aurum Foundation, which we have come to see is a fintech company which has the potential to change a lot of records when it comes to our finance and our financial records. So, but first of all, I would like to reference what my mentor, Lawyer Taj, always references at the beginning of his speech, which is that we are not a financial advisor. I myself am not a financial advisor, but much of what we are talking about and discussing about is what we have done on a personal note, what I myself have done, and the benefits that has come about as a result of this, as a result of it. So, Aurum Foundation, uh, just like many of us, is not something that has been unheard of, because from what much of what we are going to discuss this night, we are going to come to see that the world of AI and finance is something that exists in time past, but of recent today it is a reality, because for much of us, like I myself, that is to have a bit about artificial intelligence, know that, and it is the technology that is really going to dynamically change the way finance is handled, and is also going to. And Aurum Foundation is providing us with that platform that gives us the opportunity to harness this new technology for our own financial gains. So we are going to be seeing some of the benefits, some of the facts, the first video on the slide, which talks about the introduction to Aurum. Mr. Taj, you can go ahead and display the video.
New financial era is unfolding, powered by technology, driven by blockchain. Introducing Aurum, a smart AI-powered ecosystem built to create automated income on the blockchain. With automated AI trading bots, your capital works for you. No stress, no daily effort. Led by Brian Benson, former Binance director and fintech expert. Affordable access, sustainable monthly returns, optional compounding, and real Visa card integration.
If you don't earn while you sleep, you'll work forever. Start where you are. Take action today.
Thank you very much. So that is that from the aspect of the video. And so we have come to see another factor which we all have considered, especially I myself have considered before strengthening my own trust and conviction in the company. The CEO of this company, Brian Benson, is not just someone who is new into the field. He's someone who has 27 years of experience in the field of AI financing, and he has also been a director at Binance. So these are evidences, these are factors that have been considered, where we have weighed our options very well and seen it best and wise to actually invest in the company and to also push ahead for it. Because for most of us that might have gone through the book, The Richest Man in Babylon, that book gave advice in terms of when it
Talk
comes to
about your
investment.
screen.
Mr. Taj.
Yes, follow your screen. Follow your screen.
Okay. So that is much of it. That is much of what we have, some of the factors that we have considered. So who are we? Aurum is a decentralized fintech company dedicated to the development of innovative crypto products and AI-powered algorithms that redefine how users manage and grow their digital assets. So Aurum is a decentralized fintech company. It is not limited to one of the products that it offers, but it is a fintech company that offers various products. So how people began understanding crypto and digital finance, we see that platforms like Binance help people to understand cryptocurrency services, which started as an exchange and later expanded into many other financial services. And for many of us, Binance, Bybit, those platforms helped us to come to understand what digital finance is all about. So understanding Aurum the right way, we see that Aurum becomes easier to understand using the ecosystem concept. And this is a concept that is not just limited to a certain product. Just as we have said, Aurum is not a public exchange. It is not a bank. It is not just a bank, but rather it is a fintech company with different fintech products, and its ecosystem improves the finance of its users by usability. So Aurum has a number of products that it offers, about 16 various products, which ranges in different forms. So moving over to the Aurum ecosystem, the ecosystem is a very vast and dynamic one. And looking at the picture of it, we see how how broad it is. In the aspect of the AI bots, we see a number of them. We see the Zeus bots, we see the XAI, we see that Aurum has also integrated AI agents and even the Aurum Nero. So these are some of the products that fall under the aspect of the bots. And then when we come to real world asset, we see that the company has reward assets in terms of gold and also real estate. And we also see digital decentralization of such assets, which fall under the real world asset category. And we also see from the blockchain, we see that Aurum has its own token, it has its network, and even the Aurum flow. And these all fall under the blockchain core assets. And just to mention but a few, and then to also come to the card, the Aurum card itself, which we have both the Visa card and the MasterCard. And all these are reliable sources of revenue for the company, which strengthen our conviction that Aurum does not just promise us to provide income, but rather it also has sustainable and well established 16 various products which are assured of generating revenue and generating income for both the company and both we ourselves as partners of the company. And we also see that services inside the Aurum, when we come to the next slide, which is the services inside the Aurum ecosystem, we see the digital wallet, we see the payment cards, financial, education, technology, assisted tools, and many other services that are inside the Aurum ecosystem, just as much as what we have talked about. And we also see optional utilities. We see that we ourselves, members, can choose which way we want to use the company, because it's not even until we use all the products that this company provides before we can even attain a certain level of financial freedom. So some people may use just the wallet, some use just the cards, some focus on AI trading, and some focus on team building, while some focus on growing their cryptocurrency. But for people like I myself, who is actually looking up to men like Mr. Charge and other people, we decide to make use of all that Aurum can provide in order for us to grow faster to our dream of becoming financially free. So, of our goal of becoming financially free. So, what is the vision that Aurum has? The vision that Aurum has is to create 1,000 new millionaires from the Aurum ecosystem itself. And these are people who initially were not millionaires. So I would like us to pay attention to the words of Ben Branson himself when he says something that actually adds to our conviction of why we can actually trust the Aurum system, ecosystem. The next slide.
We're on a mission to create 1,000 millionaires that don't have $1 million today. So if we can come up with a system whereby there's hundreds of thousands of people in there, but 1,000 of these people turn into millionaires, then those assets are inside of our platform. That turns us into a unicorn right away. And so that's really the goal that I have as an executive at the company is how do we get people that don't have $1 million today to get them to $1 million through saving, through yield-bearing assets, through a lot, compounding interest, through a lot of these things that have been around for a long time, but that not everyone in the world uses. And these are tools that are super important to get us there. So that's how we're measuring it internally, is if we can get to the point where we have 1,000 people that have become millionaires through our system and through working with our products, then that gets us really close to the unicorn valuation. And we want to be a fintech unicorn. I think Binance was the fastest fintech unicorn ever in the history. Yeah. I think it took less than 6 months. We used to have a slide about that in our pitch deck. So I'm pretty sure I've done this before. I've been involved in one of the fastest growing fintech unicorns in the world. And I think what we have at Aurum is actually very similar to when I started at Binance.
I think what we have at
Yes, continue.
So that's it from the man himself. That is pushing the whole business, Brian Benson, sorry. And we have seen what he himself has said in terms of the whole ecosystem and in terms of digital finance. He said, "I have done it before." So these are men that have experience in the field of digital finance and also have a record of being capable of doing this in time past. And we see that he's not just an AI generated image or someone whose profile is being used without his consent. But we see when Mr. Taj actually traveled to Dubai, where they met. They actually met in person and even took some pictures with Brian Branson himself. So these additional evidences to validate the claim of the serious backing we have in terms of these well-experienced experts in their various fields. And when we look at the various other people or the various other persons who are also partnering and working hand in hand together to ensure the longevity and sustainability of this company, we see Leonardo Galindez, and he's not just any other person, but rather he's the Chief Executive Officer of Aurum Exchange. So we see that aside from the Chief Executive Officer of Aurum Foundation in general, the company itself still invests in having specialized professionals to manage the company. And we see that he's not just any other person, but someone who has experience as being the founder of CoinX, and he's also an ex-Binance partner who has also been able to scale crypto infrastructure with about 300,000 plus users. And we also see various other members of the team, such as the Chief Network Development Officer. We talk of Shane Morand and the rest of them who hold various positions in the company and who are also well experienced in their number of years to ensure that it is not going to be a trial and error, but it is going to be something that is going to be carried out of the level of experience that they already have. And then looking at the Chief Operating Officer, who has been recently appointed, is someone who has 18 years of experience in investing banking, and they have been able to do about 23 billion executed transactions and 2 billion in these jar assets. And this is the person of the name Mr. Andrew Isaac, the Chief Operating Officer of Aurum Foundation. So we see the various experts in their rights whom are working solidly behind Aurum Foundation to ensure that it surely brings about the results that we all want it to bring. So moving on to the next slide, we also see that the X AI bot is able to bring about sustainable profits. It continues to give us breathtaking results, and this is so because of the fact that AI does not trade with emotions. AI trades and executes codes. It trades and executes patterns that have already been pre-recorded, and so as a result of this, it consistently continues to give us the results that we have been looking for all this while. And in order to benefit from the platform, we see that it just costs about 19.9 19.99 cents in order to get access to the ecosystem for an entire year, period of about 365 days. And this grants an individual access to every single benefit that that Aurum Foundation has to give, both the bots and the cards, the rewards, assets, and every other benefit, every other product that comes along with Aurum Foundation. And so, moving to the next slide, we see that the XAI bot has been able to consistently give out a predictable pattern of profits, ranging from the 10.49% for the package of 100 to $249, which is the basic, and then it moves systematically down to 16.62%. But we have been told that the AI bots can actually bring about a yield of within the range of 10 to even 18% on a monthly basis. And we see that the company is not even paying up to that. So the higher the investment capital, this increases the money that is being paid out, the percent which is being paid out and shared with individual investors, while the bot itself continues to yield sustainable profits with reduced risks as a result of the risk implementation methods that have already been ensured. So moving on to the capital percent monthly, we see that bringing it down and breaking it down in a more understandable way, starting from $200, we see that this gives 10.4%, which is going to be around $20.8 monthly basis, and it sums up to and it is equivalent to about 31,200 naira. So that is what it gives on a monthly. And we see that in about 9.6 months, someone that invested $200 is already risk free. He has already took out his capital if he's to be withdrawing on a monthly basis, or once his money is up to $25. But in a situation where the person chooses to reinvest, the capital is going to eventually be more than this, because when we talk about the concept of compounding, my boss will always say this is one of the the three wonders of the world. So, but these values are even without compounding, and this is what a person will be earning down to $25,000, which gives around 15.7%, and it pays around pays around 3,925 on a monthly. And we see that the months that it takes to become risk-free reduces as the capital increases. So we see that these are just some of the features that Aurum Foundation offers. And when we talk about the compounding, still on compounding, moving to the next slide, we see that in about 5 years, someone who invested just $500 will be having around $459,062. And I think this was the calculation that Mr. Taj said he he did with a friend of his who wanted to make preparation to send to his child to any school of his choice. And we see that with this substantial income, which is going to be generated from this $500, there is no school of his choice that he wishes to send his child to that he would not have the capacity to, as a result of the fact of the money that is going to be generated, of the compound interest that will be attached to it, plus the number of time, the years that it will spend, that this money or this amount will spend in the Aurum system continuously trading. So moving over to the Aurum card key advantage. So we see that the Aurum card offers instant access to funds, and we can spend crypto in cash in any single currency. It's not limited to a certain country. It works in every single country. And we see that there are low charges with very high limits, which enables one to spend as much as $100,000 on a monthly basis. And this is not just stories or fairy tales. Mr. Taj himself can attest to his experience when he went to visit his friend. And I think and based on what he has told us, this very card is what sold him into the Aurum Foundation and made him to believe in the system, because there is no amount of due diligence as a person that I myself would do that Visa card and MasterCard have not already done. So if they themselves believe in the system so much as to issue out their card to Aurum Foundation, it shows that it's already a plus on the side of Aurum Foundation. And so we can see Mr. Taj having a good time with his friend and also making use of the card to foot the abuse. So, and on January 17th of 2026, we see Mr. Taj got his own virtual card after already being part of the system. And we can see him in the next slide when he actually puts the card to work, as he would show us in the video. Let's watch.
Okay. So I'm in Ghana now. I want to use my Visa card, Aurum Visa card. It's gonna work. Touch. Okay. I just put my PIN in, and it's approved. You see, live card here in Ghana. Worked one time. You see, Aurum is wonderful.
So you see that the card actually worked in Ghana, in Accra, Ghana. So let's come home to Nigeria. Let's see how the experience also went over here in Nigeria, Lagos.
I want to try the Aurum card on the Nigerian machine. You want the receipt? No. So charge the machine. So yes. Transaction in progress. Going. Live. Right here in Nigeria. Got the Aurum card. Okay, do you want a transaction next? I said no. So give me my card. No. So, live and direct.
So we can see Mr. Taj putting the Aurum card into good use in these two instances, and confirming the credibility of the Aurum card. And also, we see that the company did not just stop there. We still see the Nero website, which is officially live and already yielding massive profits of about 30.9% on a monthly basis. And we also see the Quantum Alpha 3 with beta launch, which is also the launch of the bots accompanied with Nero. And we can also see the performance of that very one, giving incredible performance due to the fact that AI does better when it comes to working with figures, as it does not deal with human emotions. And so moving over to the Aurum's announcement of strategic tokenization partnership with Sierra Leone, which is one of the very, very large distributors and exporters of gold. The Sierra Leone government and the Sierra Leone as a country decided to partner with the Aurum Foundation in order to ensure the tokenization of their gold assets. And this partnership unlocks many benefits for the Aurum Foundation itself, as it gives direct access to mining partners and also tokenized gold, which can eventually be obtained by members when they qualify to do so, and after the elapse of the time duration, the 1 year period, which is to be given to them. And we also see that the benefit did not stop there, as discounted gold futures also come into play, as we see that up to 30% of the gold market price is being discounted to Aurum's members in order to ensure that they are able to make good use of the partnership that is being offered to them. And this 30% is given to the advantage of those who are part of the Aurum Foundation. And we see that when we have talked about the many other countries that have partnered with, of the many experts from various countries that have partnered with Aurum Foundation or that are in partnership with Aurum Foundation. We see that it did not stop there. Aurum Foundation still came to Africa, still came to Sierra Leone, and we see that the ex-deputy finance minister of Sierra Leone is also the CEO of Clink Mining. Who was also the CEO of Clink Mining is the Chief of Africa Relations. So this is the position that he holds in Aurum Foundation, and he goes by the name Bukari Kaluko. So these are members of Aurum Foundation who already have prior experience. We see he has about 25 years of finance and banking experience, showing and accrediting to the fact that he wouldn't stake all this much for something that is actually baseless. But we see that these men have also done their own due diligence and have decided to go all out for Aurum Foundation, also adding to its credibility. And we see another partner to the Aurum Foundation, Nick Patel, who is the WRA Relations Advisor, that is the Real World Assets Relationships Advisor. And we see that he has over 25 years in global finance and is the CEO of the Bank of Bullion, and also is also into gold trading and real world assets, Nick Patel. So we see these are some of the partners too that also are in partnership and in collaboration with Aurum Foundation, and we see some of their achievements, some of the things they have already worked in, the experiences have gathered over a period of years, adding to our confidence that these are people who know what they are doing, and these are people who have decided to partner with Aurum to ensure that the company attains to its vision. And we see the various conferences that Aurum Foundation has had, talking about the real world assets, and we see the acquisition of various real estates and how it is being organized and arranged that makes it easier for each and every member, each and every partner of the Aurum Foundation to be a part of. And we see that Aurum Exchange activates referral rewards, and this is to ensure that the platform is being spread over to various individuals, various interested ones in the platform, and to also reward those who are able to grow and build a community. So we all know that being someone who can be able to manage a community, to bring a lot of people together to engage in something is very important, as it is what scales any business, any organization. Many businesses today will not exist without a community of people who they serve. And so for Aurum rewarding those who are able to do this, it is not out of place, as they have decided to do so, as it is even going to be an incentive to encourage those who have a community of people to also tell them about this wonderful opportunity of the Aurum Foundation. And we see the liquidity staking in the next slide. Liquidity staking stability meets intelligence. So this part is another wonderful part that if we would want to talk about, we would even spend a lot of time on this. So we see how well they have been able to fine-tune financial technology and be able to arrange it in a way that meeting financial intelligence, our bots continues to give us a sustainable profit on a monthly basis. And we see the various tokens that it trades and the various respective percentage profits that it gives on a monthly basis. So we see the Aurum Elite Cruise, which is going to be taking place very soon, from 6th to 19th of July, where a lot of us hope and look forward to being among those who would enjoy this elite experience. And we also see the feats that Aurum has been able to accomplish, which is in obtaining their Canadian license and obtaining a lot of other licenses in order to ensure the credibility of the company, and to also ensure legal recognitions. And we also see that in next phase, from licensing to full expansion, Aurum is a company who has already outlined everything in stages. I was going through one of the video and I saw that this company has actually made plans for up to 2035. So this is a company that knows what they are doing, and they are strategically making plans to ensure that they bring their goals, their vision into fulfillment, into reality. So who is this business for, and who is eligible for this business? So we would like to hear the answer to this question from Brian Benson himself in the next video.
Okay, hi guys, I'm here with Mr. Brian Benson, CEO of Aurum. We're here in Victoria, a lovely hotel. Brian's flown in just for a few hours just to meet some of the leadership team. So I guess I've got one very quick question, because I know you've got people waiting for you, Brian. I'm a guy that wants to share this project with the everyday man and woman, okay? So the students, the tradesmen and women, the retirees. Why is it that this project is something that those sort of folks should look at?
Well, I think that's a great question, and I think it's a very simple answer. Up until the most recent sort of decade or the last few years, the financial system has been sort of rigged towards the big guy, right? And in banks, for example, they take in $1,000, they loan out $12,000, they keep all the money. And I think what Aurum is doing is putting that on its head, where we're bringing technology that people can use to make their lives better, but also they can use it to grow a business or to refer their friends to it, right? And so what we're doing is we're sharing the commissions that the banks usually keep for the executives across the entire network. And that's really beneficial to the tradespeople, to the people that have a small amount of money to invest, because they're able to not only get a strong investment here where a lot of the rewards are coming directly back to them, but they're also able to refer their friends and family or other people and make a commission off of that. So I think it's twofold. I think it's one is we're passing as much as we can on to the community, and secondly, we're giving an opportunity to people with very little investment to have some sort of business that can work for them. So.
And give them great hope for the future in
Right.
what is becoming a very crazy world out there. So listen, I won't keep you any longer.
Thanks, Ryan.
Thank you, Brian. Look forward to seeing you in Dubai.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Same here.
So we see from the video itself, we see that the business is for each and everyone, everybody from different and various class of life. You see that both students, both those who are retired, and each and every individual who has the desire to enhance the quality of their financial life can actually benefit from the Aurum Foundation platform. And we can see the uh, consistent percent of profits that that the company has continued to bring about, that it has continued to drive and drag ever since January 2026. We have seen it continuing to bring about a certain range of percentage. From January, we see about 16.85%, where it traded about 77,144 in the pool of the amount that was traded for that month. And we see that in the next month, the amount actually increased to about $90,000, where the profit for that month, the month of February, was also
90 million, 90
16
million, 90 million, not
90
90,000.
90 million, right? $90 million USDT, $90 million. And we see that the price for that month also increased respectively to about 16.96%. And for the month of March, we also see another huge increase to about 105,585,000, nearly 106. And we also see the percentage for the month of March respectively increasing to about 17.02%. So in all this, it is clear of the profits that would have been dragged if and only if we had made use of the system, or if we have taken hold of the opportunity to become a member of the platform ever since this period. And just in the last two concluding months, that is for the month of April, we also see that the price pool has actually almost doubled to 123,693,000, still dragging a profit of about 17.15%. So all this continues to highlight how good the system has continued to be, how good the bot that this company has developed has proven to be. It must have undergone many tests, and it's actually proven to have been worth it by giving us consistently this range of profit. So we see that the profit so far is just much as we have explained, and we see that calculating it down to the month of April, it gave us around a 67.98% profit just for 4 months of the bot trading. Just 4 months of trade has already given a 67.98% profit. So if you have to calculate that with 100,000, that is with $100, you're going to be having close to 160 something thousand, $160 something by this time of by April, not even by this time of the year, by April. So now calculating for May and then the month of June, which we are currently in, we continue to see the yield, the profit stream that this company has continued to drive. So your bank can never give you this. It's a very, very clear answer. So, and having that in mind, the decision is up to each and every one of us to strategize, knowing that the financial system is changing. And if we are not moving along with the change, we are eventually going to be left behind. So this is how much and how far I will take. So I'll be handing over the mic to Mr. Lawyer Taj, so that he can continue with the frequently asked questions.
Let's give a round of applause to Coach Gilead. I mean, I'm really impressed by that. I'll tell you guys something. This young man just started this business 3 weeks ago, and he's on fire. Like when he came to me, like he wants to present, I'm like, have you done this before? He did not do a rehearsal. This was his first time. I just feel like he should. I'll be make I leave you, may you take all the rest, may you just do everything finish. I'll be Gilead. Please let us give him a prop. He's done pretty well. I am amazed. I'm very glad I have someone like this in the team. So yes, we'll be seeing much more of Gilead as we continue to go on. I'm proud of you, my son. So send me your account number at the end of the call. Make I shake your leg. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Right. So thank you all for staying on the call. And we want to go through the frequently asked questions. This is myself, Lawyer Taj. And there's still one more session we're going to look at because we'll be having a testimonial by Mr. AY, Mr. Ayobami Obafemi, who's going to be telling us what he has gone through, his time in Aurum, the rank he has hit, and how much he's been making money with sharing this opportunity with everyone. But before we go, let's run through the frequently asked questions on here, which I'm sure a lot of you would have gotten an idea on how it works. So what makes Aurum different and why does it stand out? Two things. Aurum is different because quite unlike any business we have done before in the MLM or network marketing space, we've never had a company that had a variety of products, both digital and physical. Another reason why Aurum is different because even in the world of fintech companies, there is none that exists today that can officially say they have a multiplicity of products as much as Aurum has to offer. Over 4 different artificial intelligences, guys. That goes a long way to show that this company stands out even in the world of fintech and also in the world of network marketing and in the world of any kind of company at all. Is Aurum a Ponzi scheme or a structured fintech system? Simple answer. Aurum is a structured fintech system because, like you can see from its ecosystem, there exist different products that handle different parts of human endeavor. Who is behind Aurum? And does it have visible leadership and global presence? We saw the likes of Brian Benson, one of the CEO, the second CEO, Leonardo Galindez. We saw the likes of Bukhari Kaloko, Nick Patel, and a couple of others who handle different parts of the company. Shane Morand, the network officer, and others who handle different parts of the business. So that goes a long way to show you that this is not a one-man business. It is a business that has to do with a team. And like I always say, it's the first time I've seen a company that has 2 different CEOs. Under what regulatory framework does Aurum operate? Aurum operates in Poland, fully licensed. Aurum operates in the UAE, in Dubai, fully licensed, operates in Canada, fully licensed, and many other companies and many other countries to come. When Binance started in 2017, they didn't have licenses in most parts of the world. But today, even in countries that Binance does not have license, they have individuals that use Binance on a daily basis. And so that goes on to show you that as a new company coming up, which started in 2026 in January, the company is heating up to make sure that all licenses in regards to business in different parts of the world are fully acquired. In fact, during the last update from the company, we were told that Aurum is officially pursuing about 17 licenses at the same time. So we're going to be hearing much news about licenses that are gotten. But for those who are in Nigeria and who want to ask the question, no, Aurum does not have the SEC license right now. And I tell you, as a lawyer, it's less than 3 weeks to get the SEC license. Everybody can get the SEC license. Do you see that these days you see on billboards, different apps that are springing up for people to buy and sell Bitcoin and other crypto? The SEC gives licenses. Why? Because the ISA Act, the Investment and Securities Act of 2025, has empowered and made legitimate cryptocurrencies, businesses and trading in cryptocurrencies and the likes. And that's why you see SEC is basically giving license to anyone who cares to have it in relation to cryptocurrencies today. And so, of course, there will be a time, or there may come a time when Aurum Foundation is duly registered in Nigeria with the SEC. But you and I know that we do not need to wait for such a time because time waits for no man. Can I withdraw my capital and how does withdrawal process work? Yes, you can withdraw your capital in all the different crypto products, in all the different fintech products of Aurum, and even the XAI bot. But with the XAI bot, there are some exceptions. You can only withdraw on the 1st, on the 10th, and on the 20th. And if you want to withdraw before the 12-month period, a surcharge of 35% will be slammed on you. And so quite like when you do a fixed deposit with a bank and you want to break the deposit and the time is not yet nigh, then of course the bank will give you a charge. So that's how it works. But for the Zeus bot, for the Nero, for the Pro bot, and many other products of the company, you can withdraw your capital tomorrow, even if you put it in today. Is there risk? How does the withdrawal process work? $25. Once you have up to $25, you can withdraw. And it takes between 24 to 72 hours for your withdrawals to come in. But for those of us who withdraw every day, I mean, I made some withdrawals, was here early this morning, and I just checked now and I got it. So this company under promises and over delivers. Is there risk involved and how is that risk managed? The risk involved here is why we have artificial intelligence trading for us. And all these AI has been programmed to run through its own risk management system. And I'll tell you what, I've never seen the XAI bot do 1%. There comes the percentage that the AI can do in a day and it doesn't do anything else. So that shows that because it is working with money from hundreds of thousands of people, they are very careful to make sure it doesn't run awry. Is the profit per day fixed or how are returns generated? The profits per day is not fixed, but the returns that you get are generated from trading in both the Forex, the crypto, the commodities market, and the futures market. And so what happens during market crashes or high volatility? What happens that the AI continues to trade and earn money for us, even in any form of market crash? Because you know what? AI has shown its ability to know where the market is going to, getting there first, taking profits in nanoseconds, and leaving ASAP. And so because of that system, the AI has continuously made profits for us for over 3 years and running. Why should I join now instead of waiting? You have to join now because the business is fresh. You have to join now because you need another stream of income. You have to join now because you need to leverage on artificial intelligence to earn. You have to join now because there are many opportunities in the Aurum ecosystem that can help your life. For example, if you're a traveler, that you need to have a bookie or go and be changing money. If you have the Aurum card, that settles that problem for life. And so many other reasons why you need to join now instead of waiting. Once again, we want to run through the different fintech products of the Aurum ecosystem that falls under 5 powerful headings: AI and automation. Please help me check out any fintech company you know that's into AI and automation and also into financial infrastructure and into payment system, real world assets, blockchain, and core assets. There's none. So in the space called artificial intelligence finance, Aurum stands as number 1 and number 2 and number 3 and number 4 and number 5. Why? Because it has a very secured system. It is decentralized. It is scalable, means that it is built for mass adoption and real-world impact. It is innovative because you can see innovations in regards to the AI and automation and the fact that blockchain is powering the future. It is global because it doesn't need to be a Nigerian-based business before you invest, or an African-based business, or an American-based business before you invest. It is a global business that connects economies without boundaries, ladies and gentlemen. And so now we're going to listen to the game plan of this company from now up until 2035. This whole thing started in 2023. So the first word you're going to hear is February 2023, telling you how the momentum began to gather until it has passed 2026, 2027. Please take note because there's still some products that already was mentioned here that surely is going to come into fruition. So probably we will be having more than 16 awesome products, guys. Here you go.
February 2023. The world was still living by the old financial logic, but we pressed start. We wanted to create an ecosystem that would unite artificial intelligence and finance to make asset management simple, scalable, and secure. That's how Aurum was born. The starting point was EXAI Bot, the first AI-powered trading solution, an algorithm that laid the foundation for an entire era. From that moment, we began expanding at the speed of light. We've built and are implementing a vision that includes trading AI bots, exchanges, neobank, crypto cards, and real-world asset tokenization, official registration in Hong Kong, and the first features in global media. The creation of Aurum Neobank, the launch of Zeus AI Bot, and the flash loan license surpassing $1 million in profits. The opening of our headquarters in Dubai, where hundreds of industry leaders gathered. The world started to talk about us. We were featured by Binance, Benzinga, Crypto Reporter, and Blockchain Wire. Forbes called us the new infrastructure of global finance. But this is no time to pause. We're gaining momentum. We launched Aurum Academy, strengthen our team, and appoint Brian Benson, a professional with 27 years of experience, as our CEO. Global events in Vietnam, Dubai, and Antalya. Thousands of cards sold, and the launch of the AI agent ecosystem. Today, we stand on the stage of Token 2049 Singapore, alongside the leaders of Binance, Tether, KuCoin, and Tron. And this moment once again proves Aurum is a global ecosystem of worldwide scale. But the most important part, this is only the beginning. The next decade will be one of expansion. In 2025 to 2026, we bring Aurum Neobank to the mass market. Hundreds of thousands of users, millions of transactions. The launch of Aurum Exchange, which reaches $5 billion in trading volume within its first year. AI bots manage over $100 million in assets. The first 5,000 cash-in and withdrawal terminals appear. Aurum establishes its presence in 10 countries and secures its position in the global market. In 2027 to 2028, we raise the bar. Neobank reaches 2 million users and 1.5 million cards. During this period, Aurum Dex, a next-generation decentralized exchange, launches. Personalized AI-based services emerge, credit scoring and capital management. The first RWA deals worth $500 million are integrated. The terminal network expands to 20,000 points across 20 countries. By 2029, Neobank evolves into a super app. Flight bookings, taxis, car rentals, food delivery, while transactions exceed $20 billion. Aurum Dex cements its position within the ecosystem with $5 billion in trading volume, becoming a key element of Aurum's DeFi direction. AI agents operate for hundreds of thousands of businesses, and RWA grows to $5 billion. Aurum becomes an ecosystem that accompanies users every day. In 2030 to 2033, we reach global scale. Neobank's user base hits 12 million and over 10 million cards. Inside the super app, 15 to 20 integrated services and partnerships with 500 global brands. Aurum Exchange reaches $90 billion in trading volume and enters the top 10 global crypto exchanges. The terminal network expands to 100,000 plus locations across 50 plus countries. The annual Aurum Global Summit gathers 5,000 leaders. By 2033 to 2035, Aurum Neobank enters the top 5 global neobanks with a valuation of $10 billion plus. Aurum Exchange remains in the top 10, while Aurum Dex surpasses $20 billion in trading volume. AI manages over $5 billion in assets, and RWA exceeds $20 billion. We are present in 75 countries with 1,000 global partners and over 100,000 terminals. The Aurum Global Summit brings together 10,000 industry leaders. Aurum becomes the symbol of a new financial era, a system that made finance accessible to everyone, a story that has already transformed the industry, and a future that already belongs to us.
Guys, you've just watched, listened, and heard of the game plan of this company from 2023, which was 3 years ago, up till now, and even 2035. Decentralized exchange. I heard different words that I've never heard before. And I'm so excited for the future because Aurum continues to show us that they have so much in store for us. And so, Aurum was not officially set up with an affiliate model. It was strictly an investment company that you needed accredited investors and venture capitalists, which started in 11th of January 2023. But not until September of 2024, the company changed the model and allowed all the prices of all the products to be crashed down so that each and everybody like you and I could be part of it. And so created the partnership program. The partnership program. We are not only investors, but partners with the company. And this is the kind of bonus that you earn when you continue to grow in the ranks, when you continue to not only grow in the ranks, but build a team. Over $6.8 million is what you stand to earn on one type of bonus called extra bonus. Just one. Guys, the opportunity in Aurum is so massive. And that's why we're going to hear from Mr. AY telling us of how he started and how he has grown. Because there are 15 different rankings on here. And when you hit the Voyager rank, you get $100. When you come to the Vanguard rank, you get $500. The Vanguard Pro gives you $1,000. When you hit the rank of Nexus, $2,000 is waiting for you. When you hit the rank of Oracle, you have $5,000. When you hit the rank of Prime, you have $10,000. And when you hit the rank of Elite, you have $20,000. When you hit the rank of Magna, 50,000 is open to you. Mitos 100, Legend 150, Dominion 500,000, Action $1 million, Pantheon 2 million. Right about now as we speak, there are 2 individuals that are in this Pantheon and then Alpha. The totality of all this is 6,838. This is just one type of bonus. There are 7 different ways you can earn in Aurum Foundation. And so, guys, if you choose to be a silent investor, fine, put your money there and let it run for you. But make sure it's good money so that you can make good money too. But if you choose to, the little you got and you want to grow a team, this is what is possible for you, ladies and gentlemen. And so, since I hit the rank of elite, means that I've earned 20, 10, 5, 2, 10, 500, 100, and above. So, what's remaining for Loyatars to earn and everybody who wishes to build a business from 50 to 100, 150, 500, 1 million, 2 million, and the rest? It's possible if you choose to run with the vision. And this is myself with the Pantheon, Tom Schmidt. Right about now, the second Pantheon we have is Huge Paul. He hit the rank of Pantheon about 5 days ago. So, guys, everybody's growing with the business, and this is the only business that you earn in 7 different currencies. 7 different currencies that you earn in. Please show me any other business that you earn in 7 different currencies. There is none ever. And now it's bringing clear to the world that Bitcoin is now being used as a payment in the Emirates for flights. So don't be surprised when you see Loyatard in the first class or the business class. Oh. Right. So we've come to the end of the presentation, but this is to let you know that this Sunday in Abuja, live and direct, myself and Mr. AY will be there showing you how to unlock the future of intelligent finance, an AI and Aurum ecosystem strategy meeting. The meeting is going to be for 2 o'clock, 2 o'clock sharp, and that's for 2, and then we close by 5. Guys, don't miss it. Come and see. If you are in Abuja or you have friends, family, relations that you want to show the business, it's free of charge. We're not taxing you, although we are supposed to tax and get some money too, but we like giving out money because this is the profession that we do. This is how we do. Right. So, ladies and gentlemen, this brings us to the end of the presentation for today. At this point, I would like to take questions if there are any questions. Before we jump into the climax of the event today, hearing Mr. AY tell us his story. Mommy T, you want to send Gilead 500 USDT, eh? Hey, Gilead, God bless you. Mommy T say, I will send him 500 USDT. Abi? Mommy T, talk now. Those are not in my head. You want to put that one?
I said you send in
Oh,
$500.
oh, me. I don't shop. Me when they hungry.
Hey,
I am
Make I
hungry.
go set. Make I go, I go arrange my wallet address. Oh.
Don't even worry yourself. Now only wallet address. Bring your Naira account, Joe. I'm gonna put you put that for your OP. I want to give you USDT. All right, guys. So I want to look through the chat. I see that basically there's no questions on there from anyone. There's no questions on there. So anybody has any question to ask, please feel free to do so. If there's none, we're gonna take the testimony of my brother, Mr. AY. Mr. AY, please just go straight to the point. I know so if they leave you, if you talk rich Jericho, eh? Yeah. Let me be asking you the questions now. Yes, Mr. AY, tell us a little bit about yourself and your journey in network marketing.
Okay, thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Leotaj. My name is Ayobami Obafemi, like as we all know. My journey in network marketing actually started about, I think, 2015. It started with the likes of OneCoin, Swisscoin, and all the coins. We did Big Club Network, and all of that.
Even
All
the
those
billion
projects,
coin. Even
even
the
the
billion
billion
coin.
coin. Yes, the billion coin and all that. All those projects were selling different things. Like that time, you say some sold educational packages,
Mhm.
some told us that they were mining, even though when they didn't have a mining farm. Some told us they have a staking project, and also, but then one good thing is we're able to learn from all of these different projects that we got involved with in the early days. Then after, the online space did their thing and then showed us some kind of pepper and all of that, I delved into physical products, did Forever, did Travel, did Oriflame, all manner. In fact, it was Oriflame that I was like, come on, when man don't begin sell powder and lipstick up and down, while I don't do that. Then I looked at it and I said, man, let me just redefine what I wanted in this place. And then I left that the product network, came back to online, and I still found myself in the crypto, space, both trading, mining, all manner of things, we have done, and so good, so well, so good. We are here. This Aurum project. Yeah, in fact, I told my Taj, when we went to Thailand last year, I did a project for about 3 years, from 2022 to last year, June, July. And overnight, they had issues, and then my $195,000 just got missing or got lost and all that. So I looked at it and I said, come, am I still going back into this space? And I was like, oh boy, what are we going to do? I said, well, as far as I'm concerned, there'll be a way. Then, a call came through that we should come to Thailand, blah, blah, blah. It was like a joke, like a joke. Within 4 days, we've gotten Thailand visa that was meant to be given in 3 weeks. And boom, we're in Thailand. So myself, Taj, and the other guys we went for that program. It was actually another network marketing program. And then when I looked at what they were doing, I said, me, I don't go fit do this one. Let me just quickly cut my loss. The money wey they don't collect from my hand, let it be the one that they use to bring me back, to bring me to Thailand. So let's just end it when it is still very early. Then Atat said, you know what? Let's look at Aurum Foundation. When I get back, we'll talk about it and all that. And that was it. Someone actually mentioned, I said, I heard it in passing, and one guy equally mentioned it while we were in Thailand, if I remember correctly now, and I told her attached, and I said, well, let me just listen to what he has to say. As God we have it, when we got back, this same guy, while the attached was attending event in Phuket, he came back with another project, sent it to me, and I asked him as a guy, come, listen. Now, number one, how much do you have? I know your community. How much do they have? That you are spreading, dissipating your energy everywhere. Everything that comes, you just jump on it. This is not how to build and all. And I asked him, out of this project, Anoro, which one is real? Which one do you think will last? He says this one. This new one, I said that wrong. That wrong. No, he's not sure because he cannot see the trade. He cannot see this one. He cannot see that one. They are only telling us, but this one, you can see it online. And I said, okay, no problem. Thank you very much. That day, when Nathaniel and I spoke in the evening, after I'd gone to Abuja, came back, then I signed up. The project the guy brought, I'm not sure, after a month or so, the thing caught fire and it burned. I laughed. He abandoned his own project and was chasing, everything that glitters. I said, no, I'm not going to do that. So when I saw Aurum, I said, okay, why? Let me see how far I can go with this. And I jumped in on it, and we are here. We are here today.
Okay, nice one. Yeah, so how many months have you been in Aurum? And how much have
And
you earned?
this is my 6th month.
6 months.
Yes. So when I joined in December 2nd, Nata told me when you're signing up, sign for accounts. At first, I didn't really, he explained, but I was like, okay, let me just do it. I signed for accounts, and then I put in my little money on it. And then when I started building, I understood why he said so. And I said the same thing to those that want to really build. Because, of course, my team is categorized in people that want to invest. They have good money to invest. Some don't have good money. They have community they want to build. I tell them, this is what you should do. Now, that if they take it, it's fine. If they don't take it, it's there. But then, so far, so good. I've preached what my yoga taught me. And in 6 months, on my main account at Eat Prime on Saturday, I've earned $42,000 extra income on that main account.
What
So
of the rest account?
when I look at it in aggregate, my second account is on its way to Oracle. It has earned $28,000. The third one has earned $21,000. Then the fourth one has earned $15,000. So far, so good.
Una the year so this man has did like this, so he does shop almost $80,000 to $90,000. Business when I bring you, when I never ever shop it so. There's power in community. Mr. AY is
Yeah.
one who has a very strong community in all his businesses. I'm even surprised. And even through all the failures that he has had, he have a certain number of people that always believe in him, understand the business, don't even blame him for it. So when he came to Aurum, it was just a matter of time. By the time I started seeing volume, I was shocked. I didn't know that I brought in a titan. He won't titan himself, then he won't catch me by all means. It was God that will save me this time, that we did not spend time together in the same rank. But it's been very awesome having him. So, one more question I have for you. What is your advice to those people who already have done some businesses before and they are still scared? What is your advice to them?
Well, my sincere advice basically is for you to look past the past failures. One thing that drives me basically is one, if I'm scared of my past failures, I've not seen any successful man, anyone, whether in online business, whether in secular business, that has not failed before. No single person. Now, I'll give you an example. There's a friend of mine who is in Aurum today, is almost approaching Nexus. We did a business together sometimes in 2019. And when that business failed, he said, "AY, I'm running away from online business." I laughed. He said he wants to go into farming. He went into farming, he bought pigs, and he started a piggery. And, his pigs were growing in leaves and in bound. He was selling, he was doing very well. At some point, he had about 200 units of pigs, both pigs and piglets and all of that. He took me to the farm on Saturday, that very time. And by Tuesday, he was in my office crying. "Oh, what happened?" He said, "All the pigs are dead." I said, "What happened?" He said, "There's a pig disease that when the thing hits them like that, they're unable to." So within 2 days, this disease hit the pig. That's a physical business. At least you could see what it's doing. You could feel the pigs, you could touch them, you could watch them, you could do everything. But then disease just hit the pigs, the piggery, and everything died. He didn't bring out anything out of about 200 pigs. Nothing came out. And he said to me, "Ayo, you told me any business can suffer setback." My aunt called me the other day. His money in Allmark, is it Allmark? No, what's the name of this? Heritage Bank. In Heritage Bank was 70 million. NDIC have not been able to give him up to 6 million since the bank failed. At least that bank is registered with SEC, and they cannot do nothing about this issue. Okay, so for me, I look beyond my past failures, and I will advise that you too should look beyond your past failures. Because number one, when you throw pity party, it does not pay your bills. Nobody is going to pay your bills. And bills will not tell you because you have failed before, I will not come. No, they will always present themselves. So for me, look beyond your past failures. Look on the brighter side. I was having a chat with one of the leaders I know in this space, but because of past experiences, he went to say he wants to be trading FX by himself. Last year, October, he came to me, "Ayo, please, and let's do FX together." I said, "It's not my thing. I don't know about it. I don't know. I don't go to where I don't know." He said, "Don't worry. He will trade for me." Da, 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 da. He stood on my neck. He collected 3K. After 2 weeks, account got blown. 3K wiped off. He still have the mind to come and meet me this evening and say I should just help him to get 20K from anybody. Maybe later you borrow him 20K. That 20K in 2 weeks, we just collected 20K yesterday.
Non-stop. That's what I go do non-stop.
In 2 weeks, he will pay back in Guinea. I told him, "Oga, when it's not working, it is not working. Trust yourself. Bring back your community. You won't know who you are going to touch, the life of the person you are going to touch. You may not even be doing you may be doing business and not for yourself. It may be for another person within that community." So for me, my advice is, let's forget the downside. Let's look on the brighter side. So the guy was telling me, "What if Apple?" I told him, "What if this company continues for the next 5 years, for the next 6 years, and then
You
you're not
blame
counting
yourself.
your loss?" Blame yourself. Because if it's just $1,000 that you put, even if it's on compounding for the next 3 years, it becomes $178,000. That can change somebody. It can be a game changer for somebody. Okay, that's my own advice. Let's look on the brighter side. For me, I don't know of any other person. For me and my family, this Aurum, we could do until I reach the last rank, because guys, the money is sweet. I'm not gonna lie, the money is sweet. Oh, I call it attach my first day in prime. I call it attach. Oh, but now so that they do for you. I woke up and I see money. I was like, really? I said I never say anything. Say wow. And then make I quickly run. Make I go test what elite, what is looking like. Make I see what we do.
Mr.
So we go and test what
Mm.
elite. Because the prime is that it's sweet like this, then let's see what when I was in Oracle, I thought yes, I've arrived. At least something I can make $600 in 2 days and all of that. But right now, it's looking like something else. And the way this system is built, I was talking to Dr. Demi yesterday. It is not like any other business that we have done. The higher you go, the more money you make, which is the reverse of what every natural network marketing business that we have done is, be it online, be it physical product or anything, it is. So for me, that's my sincere advice for anybody that is still thinking or sitting on the sideline. Why do you think that Taj is running, not sleeping on his bed? He has very comfortable bed, but not sleeping on his bed, running up to Ghana, to Abuja, to Port Harcourt, to all these places. It's because there is work to be done. Let's just do the work while it is still day. Because when the night comes, night comes, when no man can work. So when we look at somebody that is diamond, today, okay, the kind of power that is putting in this thing when he started, my night must have reduced. Because we like, oh boy, 500K. In fact, naturally, at that level, people will be looking for him. There are some certain levels you will get to. It is people that matters within the space that will be looking for you because they want to know what you are doing. Because they will see it in your lifestyle. It is very natural. And success attracts success. If you don't do anything, nothing will change until you move something before something will move. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir.
I not tell you now, just now. Say this man, if I not even tell on time, self, he go use all he go use all the time, talk all the talk finish. Mr. AY, thank you very much. Thank you very
Thank you,
much.
sir. Thank you,
Guys,
sir.
you need to meet him live and direct in Abuja this Sunday. You'll be shocked what knowledge you can get. You see, well, me, I don't even have much to say because the day he hit the rank of prime, I think it was that same evening I hit the rank of elite. Right about now, I'm just so happy. I've not even started enjoying the elite, but only peep. I say make I just peep the account this evening. While I see the money there, I just smile. I say, Taj, this is the next level. Now me call handsome like this. I don't even need to rub cream. Money good, hey God, who say money not good? He never chop money. I'm telling you, guys, you see, the beauty of what we are doing is this, that not only will you be rewarded in everything that you do, everybody's life is gradually changing. Before I was able to hit the rank of elite, somebody had to be a voyager, somebody had to be a vanguard, somebody had to be a vanguard pro, you know? So it's a connection thing. You need to reach out to everybody and hold their hands and move ahead. The hardest ranks is what you are doing now. By the time you get to that oracle, now only Koshunam didn't know how did they put all those phrase. By the time you hit oracle, what used to be your problem will no more be your problem. By the time you hit prime, you're open, you're saying bye bye to poverty. By the time you hit elite, you're beginning to taste financial freedom. Listen, all these things are true. And you know what? Our company is an investment company. Whoever created the network marketing system created it in a way that they did not think of the way network marketing companies do theirs. The more you go up, the more you earn. It is so alarming that sometimes you go sit down, ask yourself the issue. So now so money just they come like this because I don't build a team. What if I now get to that dominion or to that pantheon or to even alpha? And it's possible. You see, you see NEPA, see their life. It's possible, So let us take advantage of what Aurum has to offer. We are still fresh, we are still new. As in a company that's not even done 200, even in the whole Nigeria, we never even reach 1,000 members. Let me give or take. We never even reach 2,000 members, give or take. So what are we saying? We have a lot to do with this opportunity. We can change our lives. See, now AI money with the shop. So Donald Trump just left left China. When he went to China, when the president of China showed him a system that they have an AI where they are able to generate over $500 million an hour, Donald Trump shocked. Go and check the words of Elon Musk about the wealth that AI is going to create for the world. It's massive, so massive. So the opportunity that we have is so much that if we take advantage of it now, because who knows, maybe when this company gets 1 million investors, they're going to change things. They're not going to leave it like this forever. So we have to take advantage of what we have now. I'm so happy that a lot of people are beginning to wake up. We now have people who are coming up and doing presentations, which I'm glad about. The idea is just